This is Peter,
No, I'm not.
one of the 12 disciples.
No, I wasn't.
He denied Jesus 3 times.
No, I didn't. Okay. I'm on with those things.
Oh, what's the deal with the rooster?
Well, it was told before the resurrection that he would deny Jesus 3 times before the rooster crows.
Yes, and I was filled with so much guilt and shame when I heard that rooster's infernal crowing. Well, I showed it who's boss. It took me a while to track it down, but I did. And then I turned it to the most delicious adobo manac ever.
Mano, pronounce Mano.
I threw in a little bit of toyo, a little bit of pimenta, and golden brown. Here, I'm so rough. Here!
Enough with the rooster already. Okay? Well, we are here to ask you if you can share a bit of what you've gone through during the resurrection.
Before or after the consumption of the rooster?
After, please.
Okay, a few days after Jesus' death, Mary ran to meet the disciples. She started talking about how some angel of the Lord was at the tomb and told her that Jesus had risen. The angel also said to tell the disciples and Peter that everything was going to be okay. I mean, I couldn't believe that. So John and I went to the tomb and there was nothing in there. He had risen. A few days after, me and a couple of others went fishing. It was a pretty bad day. We hadn't caught anything. And then there was a man that stood on the sand and told us to throw our nets to the other side. I figured by this point, it wouldn't hurt to try. So we did. As we reeled in our nets, we couldn't believe as to how much fish we had caught. It almost capsized our boat. I stood there for a moment when I realized who that man was. It was Jesus. Without hesitation, I jumped into the freezing water and swam to him. I stood there soaking wet, looking into his eyes, and then it hit me. He had sent an angel to tell the disciples and Peter. He said my name. In my lowest of lows and in my deepest guilt, after I denied him 3 times, he called me back by saying my name and allowing me to know that everything's going to be okay. He wanted me back by saying my name. You know what? It's calling yours. And all of yours, too. That made all the difference in my life.
Thank you for that. So, what about now? What are you thinking?
I need to rethink my question.
You know what? We could stand here all day listening to all these people, and each one of them will tell you that Jesus rose from the dead. That's not the debate. Some chose to believe it's all a lie. Some chose to believe he has risen. Most importantly, some chose him to be their Lord.